Okay, let's go.
Hey, what's happening now? See me on a Sunday evening, man. I tell you though, ain't nothing easy like a Sunday morning. Ain't that right, B?
Yes, sir. Yes,
So
sir.
so we're up here Sunday evening. JC's gonna start some new sports talk through the In the Passenger Seat page here. I think it's gonna be called In the Passenger Seat Sports Ride, something like that. I don't know. But right now we're talking March Madness. We're talking conference tournaments to see who can punch their ticket to the big dance. As everyone knows, this is my favorite time of the year. This is my Christmas, Super Bowl, World Series all wrapped up into one. I just love March Madness, and I had somebody ask me, "Oh, Jack, March Madness don't start till next Sunday." No, 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 no. As soon as these tournaments start, that's when the madness starts because you can get upsets and cats making punching their ticket that shouldn't even do it. So we're gonna go down and scroll through some of the conferences that we got our eyes on. Talk about players to watch, conference favorites, possible upsets, and who we want to keep an eye on. Got with me my co-host here. We ain't got. He's got many nicknames. I can call him Chew. I can call him B. I can call him Brian. This is my guy Brian Chuney. Brian,
What's
how
up,
the hell
guys?
are you
What's up?
today?
I'm doing good, man. Just came back from the Maryland Illinois game. Just got home. Maryland almost
Sorry
upset
for
them a
your
little
luck.
bit.
All right, give us an update. What was the score of that game, Brian?
78-74, I believe. They lost by four. Or 76-72.
Okay.
Kept it close all throughout the
Wow.
whole game. We thought the fans were going to rush the court, prepare for that little, episode. So thank God they didn't. So, but they actually played ball. We've been asking for Maryland to do that all year long, just to be competitive. You know what I mean? And this is the day.
I
So we'll
will
see what
say that,
happens.
Brian. I will say that I've been, eating up Maryland and Georgetown as far as my local coverage goes because they're not doing too well. But I will say
No,
Maryland has competed stronger the last, I'd say, 6 games. Um, I see some young guys stepping up, and I think Buzz is the guy. I think Buzz is the guy for College Park. I really do. He just kind of got,
dealt the
a coach that left,
small
and
straw. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I
and took
mean,
it.
shit. He didn't have a team. The Porter went away, and he said, "Oh, now you're the coach." Now he's just pulling players that he could to put the team together. He lost every single player on that Maryland team. They all deported. So we'll see you
Yeah,
next year.
no, that's right. That's right. And everybody knows Buzz can do things. Where was he at? Texas Tech. He was also in the ACC before Virginia Tech.
Yeah. Yep.
So
Yep.
I think Buzz is gonna work it out right fine. It'll be good to see the Terps get back up into competition again, man. It's keeping the DMV sports scene down where it's been for some while with teams not winning. I mean, I think the last winning we've had were Terps women's basketball and probably the Capitals. It's just been hectic over here as far as local teams and all that. But we'll get into some of that here
Yeah.
lately. Um, there's some tournaments that have started. There's actually teams that have already punched their ticket, Brian. We got one, two, three, four, 5 teams have punched their ticket already. And
All
that's the
right.
Ohio Valley Conference, Tennessee State, the Northeast Conference with Long Island U, Missouri Valley Conference with Northern Iowa, and then the Big South Conference, High Point punched their ticket, and then the A-Sun. Listen to this. We got Queens University, baby. Queens University. I got to get me
Look,
a Queens shirt.
look it up. Look them up. Right. Who's
Yeah,
Queens? Right.
I got it right here. Check out. That's what I put next to some stuff. I'm gonna look up Queens, and I might get me a Queens hat or something.
Right.
Let's see if
Right. Wear that
Queens
next week.
can make some noise from a what? 16 seed,
Right.
18 to play
Right.
in. So Brian, let's jump right into the WCC, man. Everybody, uh, that's the conference that Gonzaga plays in. That's the conference that I am constantly kicking while they're down because I just feel Gonzaga needs to move on from this conference to
Yeah.
get some more
I
rep,
mean,
man.
you figure out of that conference, you might have 2 to 3 teams making the tournament, if that, unless you have an upset during you got your St. Mary's Cal and you got your Santa Clara. Besides
Right.
that, who do you got?
Well,
Oregon State? No. San Francisco? No.
no,
So, I
not this
mean,
year. San Francisco did make it a couple years ago, though. So
right, 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 right.
don't take
So,
a
I
dump
mean,
on San Fran too much. But you're right. They're looking at a possibility of 3 teams, Brian, from this
unless you got an
conference.
upset, unless you get an upset during the tournament.
I think if you get an upset, it's still going to be 2 to 3 teams. One of those teams that you thought was locked is not going to make it because of the upset, is what
Right,
might happen. But like I
right.
say, it's Gonzaga, St. Mary's, Santa Clara, yeah, with a hope. But St. Mary's beat Gonzaga 2 weeks ago.
Pretty
So
bad. Yep, yep.
they always seem to split their damn season games.
They
So
do. They do.
I I don't know. Like I say, I am not high on Gonzaga at all, regardless of their record. A lot of people are,
Right.
but let's just see how this conference plays out. I think it's going to be a good semis and possibly a good finals, but I don't see much early on that's going to make news. So it's a
We'll talk
Gonzaga,
about
St.
that
Mary's,
next week.
Santa Fe.
We'll
That's
definitely
right.
talk about that
That's
next
right.
week.
That's right. And they tipped this one here off. Oh, tomorrow. Tomorrow the WCC tips off. So I'm sorry, the 5th. No, they can't tip off the 5th, Brian. You know
Today's the
what? You know
8th.
what would help me? If I put these on, it would probably help me. Yeah, they're
That means we're
calling the
getting
first
old.
round. Oh, you ain't lying. They're calling the first round March 5th. Okay, so they've already done begun and it's rolling. So they're playing again tonight and tomorrow. So this here will be wrapped up by Tuesday. We will know what's going on our next show, and we can talk much more about the WCC conference. Where did I say we are going next? We are going to the Big East.
The Big East.
The
The Big East.
Big East. It ain't what it used to be, Brian. What's your
Nah.
thoughts on today's Big East?
Top 3, 4, maybe. I mean, I always like Marquette. Marquette's just they're a bracket buster. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So,
Yes.
I mean, they showed UConn the other day. I mean, that's my 7 seed in the tournament. So we'll see what happens. They win that game.
Right. Now, UConn got beat by St. John's the other night, too. St.
Yep.
John's ends up the number 1 seed in this tournament. That surprised me when I saw that. So it's going to be St. John's number 1, UConn number 2, Villanova number 3, and Seton Hall number 4, Creighton number 5 seed.
Yep.
Out of those 5, though, I seriously think we're just looking at 3 teams out of the Big East the most. And I think this is going to be a battle between St. John's and UConn. Who do you think is going to come up out of this victorious?
Who coaches St. John's? Who coaches St. John's?
Calipari. We all know that.
Johnny?
Yeah, little Johnny.
Yeah. So, I mean, Hurley, yeah, I mean, we know, me and you go back to the Hurley days, not with Bobby, but not, Danny. But I pretty much like St. John's coming out of here.
Is that
I'll take St. John's.
All
something fresh, something new.
Yeah, I can see it. I mean, I was high on St. John's last year, Brian. They jumped up the damn pole so quick last year, and I thought they put out a good tournament last year. And like I said, Coach Cal, he's been there, done that, wrote 3 books. I mean, you can't never count out Calipari coach team because Calipari has all the experience of March Madness, 20 time. I mean, 800 plus wins, man. It's sick how much this guy's been a part of the game now. So we're going to go. Brian is going to pick St. John's, and Jack is going to pick UConn. I think UConn's going to hold on and come too strong. Now, tournament time, come to the Big 64 or 68 as they call it.
Right,
I hate that play and stuff. But I think it could be different then, because they're going to have different matchups. They're going to see teams they haven't seen in the league, in the conference. They've seen all these teams, most of them 2 times. So
Yep.
Big East, the Big East tournament is going to be between 3 teams. I think it's really going to be between 2. So go UConn for me.
All right.
Next, one, I think we said, yeah, 3 players. I mean, 3 teams are
Yep.
coming out of
Yep.
there. So the next one is the Big Ten. The Big Ten is one of the hottest conferences in basketball, and I'm going to say one of the hottest because there's another one that's just as hot. So Big Ten. Who do you see making noise in the Big Ten tournament this year?
I mean, you can always say Michigan is a sure bet. 19-1 in the conference, 29-2 overall. They have not lost on the road this year. They won the last 4 games after losing to Duke at Capital One Arena. But I mean, Nebraska could be a sleeper. I mean, they're 26-5, 15-5 in the division. 7-3 away. Won their last game. You got Wisconsin. All depends on what team shows up for Wisconsin. I mean, I'm talking about in the lower side of the Big Ten. I mean, you go all the way down to Ohio State with a 20-11 record. Iowa 20-11 record. So you're talking about Indiana 18-13. So that's 10 deep right there in the Big Ten. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they are strong all the way across. You got UCLA, you got your Purdue. So I mean, that's a good conference. I mean, that could be a record for teams making it in the NCAA tournament this year. It could be 10, 11 teams. Who knows?
Yeah, I got it set right now at my cautious estimate of 9 teams coming out of the Big Ten, and the tops are definitely who you expect in the top 3 with Michigan, Michigan State, Illinois. I'm not sold on Nebraska at all. I take UCLA over Nebraska myself.
Yeah.
Nebraska just hasn't played anybody. I think they played five top 25 teams, and they are under 500. I think they're 1-4 versus them. It's 1-4 or 2-3. Don't hold me to it, but it's a losing record. And I tell you, Purdue is what I like. I really like Purdue. I think they're playing hot at the right time. Their defense, tremendous.
They got 8 overall losses and 7 are in the division. They lost 1 outside the division. So
yes, that's right. And they played a decent non-conference schedule too, Brian.
You put them in a bracket without Big Ten in the bracket, they can go pretty far. So
that's a good one. Yep, exactly right. So we're looking possibly 9-10 deep in the Big Ten. I think it's going to go down to possibly. Yeah, like you said, Ohio State's right on the cusp.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know if Ohio State's gonna make it.
It's pretty deep.
3, 4,
it's pretty deep.
5,
I mean, if
6,
they go far in the Big Ten tournament, they can push them. With the RPAs, push them in. So it's just a waiting game. Let's see how they go. I think they start Tuesday, right? Actually, Maryland plays Oregon Tuesday, like 4:30.
Yes.
Is that what it is?
Yes. So who do you? So you like?
I'm gonna go with the sleeper.
Mm-hmm. Who can sleep out of them top 8? I'm liking Purdue to maybe raise
in this
some
tournament.
That's my choice.
In this tournament.
Yes.
All right. What seed is UCLA? Is the 5 seed, the 6 seed?
1, 2, 3.
I ain't got that in front of me.
6.
6 seed.
I don't have a bracket in front of me. I did, but I got standings in front of me. There's 6.
Let me see if I can pull it up.
So, I mean, I really do. I like Purdue to make some noise, but it's just going to be a bitch to bust up that Michigan State at the top because they're both playing tremendous ball. Duke got by Michigan 2 weeks ago in a tough game, and that's their only loss. So, I'm sorry, their second loss. But I just don't see. I don't know if Illinois can come up and make it with that young boy Wagler. They got a freshman over there that can score in buckets, and
that's a team. They went overseas and got all their players, right?
Damn near.
Yeah.
And I just I just think they need a little bit more to help that young man out. But their defense is pretty tremendous. So my favorite's going to be Michigan State. My sleeper is going to be Purdue.
All right.
So yeah, I just have a hard time going against a Tom Izzo team in March. So that's the reason I picked Michigan State to win this tournament, Brian.
Illinois' coach is not that bad either. Just saying.
No, but Izzo, boy, my man has reservations in March.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so your sleeper is going to be who, and your who you
Illinois.
think's
I'll
going
do
to win it?
Illinois and Michigan.
Oh, I'm going straight Michigan. Yeah, Illinois. It was Keaton Wagler. That's the freshman that's doing all the scoring over there, and the coach Brian mentioned, Brian Underwood. Yeah, Brian does good things. They just been hanging in there over in the Big Ten and getting a big win here and there for Illinois is what I feel. They just haven't been able to stay on top. It's like they get a win, then they drop two. They get two wins, drop one.
Right.
They got that Stoyankovich kid over there too. He's a junior guard, 14 points, 5 rebounds, and the other boy is Europe overseas as well. They're all the whole team for Illinois got quite a few too. David Mrkovic. I have trouble with them foreign names, man. But yeah, Illinois could be something. So Big Ten it should be a great tournament. I think Big Ten is going to be an awesome tournament to watch. So everybody keep your eye on that. And Brian's got Michigan. I got State. State. Where are we going next, Brian? We are going. This is the one I think is going to be the hottest tournament. That's the Big 12.
We're going Big 12. We're not going. We're going Big 12. Okay.
Where was I missing?
No, you're Big 12. ACC's next.
Yes, sir. Big 10, Big 12.
All right.
I had some talks on other sports shows, and this was probably 4 weeks ago. And the guy KG asked me, Jack, you think the Pac-12 is up there with the Big 10, with the SEC? I said no 6 weeks ago. I said they are not. But just last week, I told KG, they there. The Pac-12 is the tough conference, man. I mean, you got Houston. Where are we at? Houston,
Kansas,
Utah.
Texas Tech, Iowa State, TCU, West Virginia, UCF.
Yeah, here it is. But I think it's between Arizona, Houston, and Kansas. Kansas, I've been high on Kansas all year. It's just I don't know what that Peterson kid's going to do. He's got the talent.
Yeah, he's going to sit down with NIL money. That's a guy that I don't get it. I just don't get how this NIL stuff they're ruining them kids.
Yes, and
great talent, but the coach has his hands tied because what's he going to do? You know what I mean? So,
yeah, no, the coach's hands have been tied.
That's a whole different conversation for us. That's another whole nother day talking about Peterson.
It's a wormhole. You ain't lying, but it's like, can he give them some full games? Can Kansas get full? Because that's what they need. They need him in there. The big boy.
But can you trust Jack? Can you trust him? Can you trust him? If you got 5 guys on the team, he's playing. Can you trust him? Yeah, he's talented. He could be the number 1 pick, but can you trust him?
That's a good way to look at it, dog. And wonder if his teammates have the trust, because he's constantly been coming out with cramps or upset stomachs or hurt fingernail or all this minor impediments, and it's killing me. But that big guy, there's sophomore forward, Flory Badunga. He stepped up quite a bit, but he's been down the past 3 games. Trey White, he's a shooting guard, big guard, 6'7", man. He's picked it up with 14 points a game and shoots a lot of threes. And then Melvin Council is another guy that stepped up. So if I can see the 4 of them, Peterson, Badunga, Council, and White, all get on the same page for Kansas, that team's dangerous, man. Their defense is strong, and you got Coach Bill Self over there, man, alone, another legend that is no stranger to March basketball. So I look for Kansas to make some noise in the Big 12. Arizona, one of the best defensive teams in the country. Uh, the way they play defense is just outstanding. And then Houston, a fast team that can score points in bunches.
And
So
Calvin Sampson's a great coach. He's a great coach. So that's who I
yes, no
like.
doubt.
In this division, I mean, yeah, you could pick Arizona. You could be like, okay, Arizona's going to win it. But I like Houston. I just think Houston can come to play. You got Kingston Flemings, great guard. You know what I mean? Averages 16
Hmm.
points a game, 5 assists. So we got to figure out who comes to play. You know?
That's it, 100%. And there's a we talked Arizona, we talked Houston, we talked Kansas. There's a fourth team in this
TT,
conference.
TT.
That's it. You got to talk about them Red Raiders, Brian. The thing is, their main ace,
Yeah,
JT Toppin, is out. JT Toppin out for the
yeah.
year. All American JT Toppin, man. Um, but the sophomore guard, Christian Anderson, has stepped up
He's
tremendously
good.
since
He's
he's
good.
been out.
He is good. Yep, he
Anderson,
is
he
good.
runs the team. I mean, he not only
Yeah,
can
Christian.
score, he kicks out dimes.
Yep,
He runs this show on offense for the Texas Tech squad.
yep.
Uh, I think Grant McCaslin's happy to have him running the point for him. Bijan Watts is another guy. They need him because he can score in bunches. He's had some big scoring games throughout the year with this Texas Tech team. So losing JT
Hey,
Toppin,
where did
yes,
Christian Anderson go? Where did Christian Anderson go? High school.
tell me,
Oak Hill.
is that right?
Local boy. Yep. 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 And we can
Okay.
talk about that
Let's
too.
talk.
We can go back for another day after this conversation, maybe next week or week after. That for Maryland to get a great squad, you got to recruit your Catholic League in Maryland. I mean, if you do that, look at all the talent coming out, Jack. You know that you've seen it on the firsthand. It's amazing what we have in this area. So we always talked that years ago. Keep your great players within the state of Maryland, and you can have a great team. So
And you just must have a shovel in your hand because you're digging wormholes everywhere, B. We could talk about this for hours.
right,
Um,
right.
Keeping local talent home in football and basketball for teams like the Terps. And I mean, hell, UVA's keeping some of their players and putting out a decent squad. But I think, like I said in pre-show, I think Buzz Williams is the right guy to do that. He just needed a full off season. So yeah, we're getting off topic a little bit. They're not even in this conference, but I understand what you're saying about the local talent here, no doubt, Ryan. So, but with the Red Raiders, everybody kind of counted them out when Toppin went down, and they really haven't missed that much of a beat since he's been out. Uh,
Nope.
they really haven't. I don't know their win loss since he's been out, but I don't think it's that many, if anything. So let's stick with the Big 12 and give me your prediction and a team you think might make some noise.
I mean,
Otherwise,
I like Houston.
okay,
Houston's my team to go all the way in this conference.
okay,
Um, Arizona's Arizona. I mean, it is what it is. And then TT. I mean, so that's my three. And if I had to pick my long shot, it'd be Texas Tech.
yeah, my long shot will be Texas Tech, but I tell you, West Virginia might get into the quarterfinals and make a little bit of problem for some people. That West Virginia team, they're fast. They play defense like mad. They used to call them back in the day Press Virginia back when Huggy was there. I used to love that.
Yeah. What
Um,
did they say? 40
but
minutes
other
of
than
hell.
that, 40 minutes of hell. But
Yep.
otherwise, I don't see anyone else. I mean, Iowa State, it's like you don't know which Iowa State team's going to show up. They can show up and get blown out by 20, or they can show up and be the team blowing you out by 20. So I just don't have enough confidence in the Iowa State team. So I'm going Arizona, and I think West Virginia might make some ruckus in the quarterfinals. And that's what I'm going to stick for the Big 12. Uh, where are we at now, B?
We're going to the ACC.
ACC.
But
Yes,
if me and you talk about it right now, they're gonna be like it's a Duke show. You know what I mean? It's a Duke show. and
I
don't be
mean,
hating. Don't be hating.
you can't. You can't. They did what they did, and they are what they are. But we got other teams to talk about in this ACC, in which I think ACC seven teams is what I'm predicting. And I think the seven will be Duke, Virginia, Carolina, Miami,
Oh, you
Clemson,
got
and
Miami. You
Louisville.
got Miami in there. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Miami has turned up a little bit, man.
You got some.
Miami
You
has
got
turned
Miami.
up a
You
little
know,
bit.
I'm gonna be honest right now. You should know this. If Duke plays Miami, Miami always scares us. They play Duke always well. You know what I mean? I don't know what is it with Miami and Duke. It's just like I'd rather play Carolina. Huh, Ricky Peacock?
Yeah. Miami overtook Carolina in that number three spot.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I was surprised to see that when I saw it. And this Clemson team I've been watching, like I said, I got people down there and I got interest in Clemson, but I love the ACC basketball.
You
So
got interest in
uh,
Clemson? Who do you know went to Clemson?
my sister-in-law, she's a big
Yeah.
booster down there.
I
I
remember seeing
got,
her at the game.
yeah, I got people down there, boy. There's money vested in that in that campus. Believe that. They treat my family well when we go down there. So, yeah, it's a beautiful place. A lot of people haven't been down there. Clemson University, right on Lake Hartwell, one of the biggest lakes around. Lake Hartwell goes all through South Carolina and Georgia. So the campus sits right on it. You got all these Southern belles walking around, Brian. It's just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So I see Clemson causing some problems. You got Carolina injured. Carolina can't do nothing without Caleb Wilson. I'm
Right.
sorry, they just can't. Vesser, he's fine. That big white guy is fine. He's good. I like him, but he can't do it by himself. You get so much defense and offense out of Caleb Wilson. Um, I just don't see Carolina doing much in the ACC tournament or the big dance. Brian, how do you feel about Carolina with their injuries?
I think, good team, great team with the rook, the freshman, but again, he's done. So I mean, it's like us taking away Boozer. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Comparison,
Mm-hmm.
their players a star, Boozer's our star. We lose Boozer, it'd be the same situation where like, can they win without Boozer? Probably not as much as Carolina misses their freshman. So I'm thinking Carolina will probably make it to the semis, maybe, and then play a Miami or play, maybe a Virginia, and then we'll see what
Yeah,
happens.
definitely. Well, let's take a little click here while we're in the ACC. We've got a few comments coming in. This one, first one here, Mike Trail. Mike Trail, another Duke fan, Brian. He
Okay.
comes through and says, Queens U, first year of eligibility. I didn't know that, man. Thanks a lot, Mike, for chiming in. Now I'm definitely getting me a Queens U shirt, boy. Can't wait to get that. And then Mike Trail comes back with a Tom Izzo in the tournament is always scary. I agree 100%. He's one of the last old souls left. Him, Bill Self. There's not many of them old school heads left, B. Um, don't you agree, though, when it comes to a coach with this kind of experience, it's a little bit of an edge up?
Always an edge. Always when you have great coaches. I mean, Johnny C. I mean, you figure, no matter what he does at, St. John's, he's just gives it extra part of it. So we'll see what happens. Um, I think,
Yes, that's a good ad is Calipari as well. Yep.
yeah.
So,
So I mean,
all right, we got one more comment. Oh, Jeff Ricker. He
oh
said
Jeff.
Illinois struggled with Maryland today. Yeah, Ricker, Brian was at the game. He told me about it and said that Maryland tried to hang with them and it wasn't that bad of a game. So,
I
and
don't
I'm
know if they
sure
looked
you
ahead.
agree.
I don't know if Illinois looked ahead. I think Maryland came to play senior day. Fans came out a little bit more than excitement I've seen all year. So, Maryland is just unpredictable. I mean, they don't have that steady player, 17 points a game. Maryland will be okay. But yeah, Illinois did struggle today. But again, we'll see in the tournament how they play. I mean,
That's that's a good
they're,
look too.
they're
You
ranked
know, they
11th. They're
could have.
ranked 11th for a reason, right? They're 11th in the rankings. So we'll see.
Oh, I got him at. I think I got him at 8. I got him
Hey,
high on mine. But that is so true. teams do often, have end of season matchups with subpar squads, and they overlook and get an ugly L on their record right
Yeah,
before
I mean,
tournament time. And you don't need losses like that right before tournament time, especially if you're trying to lock down one of the top seeds.
right,
And
right.
I think Illinois is trying to get for a 3 seed. I think that's what they're trying to work for. So I'm not sure on that one, guys. Mike says that's why St. John's is doing so well, and I agree. Patino has been fantastic at St. John's. That man can coach. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, Mike, that's a lot of good stuff you're saying about Patino, man. I can't say that much good stuff about him, dude. It's still that little with him. But yes,
Right, right, right.
Patino, Calipari, we got some of the old dogs still left,
Still
and
out
I
there.
enjoy it. So I'm gonna, I think we're both gonna go Duke on this one.
And my
And
upset pick
my
would be on
team,
Miami.
my team to make noise is gonna be maybe Louisville.
Louisville can play. I mean, they don't play defense, but they can
I
play.
want to, yeah, right. They got to score.
Got to
But I
score.
want to say Clemson, but I'm gonna go Miami as well. I think Miami might make it to the semis
Right.
because I really don't give Virginia no dap, man. I don't give them. They're the same thing as Nebraska. They ain't played nobody.
I mean, Virginia did beat
Right?
Miami this year, 86-83 in February. So,
Yeah, they did. They did, but that was early on, wasn't that January or even
no, that's
December?
February 21st. That was just 3 weeks ago.
Was it a couple weeks
2 weeks.
ago? Oh,
Uh-huh.
3 weeks ago.
Yep.
Okay,
But then they barely beat Virginia Tech, so.
I know. That's the thing. You see these teams that beat people, and then all of a sudden they got somebody that can't even find a place to squat, and they can't. They barely beat them. They eke through.
Right.
It goes to say, do you play up or down to your competition? And you never should play down to them, but
Nope.
sometimes that happens. Guys want to take a little bit of time off, take it a little easy, rest. You got to go hard every game, man. It's routine, repetition, man. There's only one speed, and it's on. Not slow, not full speed. It's on. So, yeah, ACC tournament. I don't expect much till quarterfinals, semifinals. So let's see how that works out. Oh yeah. Another team. Though I was just looking at one of my notes. I didn't notice Cal had the record they got. They're
not
500.
they're not in the
Right.
conference. Right.
They're 500 in conference, but they're 21 and 10 non-conference. And you know who's running that squad over there? Not running it, but who's really a big producer for the
Who?
Cal team? That's Justin Pippen, Scottie
Oh
Pippen's
shit.
son.
Okay, okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He's 14 points a game. He had 19 points in the Carolina upset in January. Uh, they got a transfer. Oh no, that's Miami. But Cal with Justin Pippen, that's pretty cool. So I want to get into. We're going to do this, Brian. Maybe once we get the tournament over, I want us to go through all the former pro ball players we used to watch, where their sons are and what they're
Okay.
doing now.
Right.
You got Gilbert Arenas' son is back healthy, balling.
Yep.
Jay Will, White Chocolate, his son's balling. Man, there's a bunch of them out
There's a
there.
bunch.
And we're gonna do
Scott, I
that
think
about.
isn't Scottie Pippen's team his son balling?
Yeah, he's at Cal.
Yeah. So yeah.
Justin Pippen.
Yep.
So I look forward to putting together a show to where we discuss the how would we call this? Our generation's players, kids today.
Now you're showing our age,
But
Jack. Now you're showing our
I
age.
don't. I can't not show it. I mean, what I gotta go. I gotta go just audio and shit. So people can't see the age.
Right.
But yeah, so we got ACC with Duke and
I got
Miami
Miami.
possibly making
Yep.
some noise. I like Louisville, Clemson a little bit. So I wasn't sure about Cal, but like I say, they didn't have a bad season overall, being 21 and 10 after having 9 losses in the ACC. That's not a bad season.
I mean,
We got SEC, huh?
old Gators. Alabama, Arkansas, Vanderbilt, Tennessee, A&M, Georgia.
Yeah,
I mean, that's a big conference. I mean, you're talking in the NCAA's. You might talk 7 teams,
it is.
6,
It's
7.
humongous. It's humongous. And there's 2 game buys for 4 teams. You know, the top 4 get 2 game buys.
Right.
So they're going to be fresh and ready after these teams that have done played back-to-back nights and then got to play a third. That's just tournament ball, though, man. I used to love it. I'm sure I remember you used to love it. Nothing like having your back against the wall, no lose, you know what I'm saying, situations. I used to really love to perform under those conditions.
A little update. Towson's kicking that butt right now.
Well, they're favored to win that, aren't they?
No,
Favored to win that conference?
they're the 7th seed. They're beating the 2 seed. I think Charleston. They're beating them
Oh, that's
bad.
right.
They're beating them
Oh,
bad.
it's Charleston and Carolina, Coastal Carolina, is supposed to be favored in that.
Yeah, yep. And Towson's
Yes,
whipping that
that's
ass
right.
right now.
Okay,
So
well, go for Towson.
go Tigers. Go Tigers.
Yes, sir. Tiger down. Um, SEC conference. Yeah, I heard you mention the Gators. Florida Gators, #1 seed. Alabama, #2 seed. Yes, this is basketball, everybody.
Right.
Arkansas, #3 seed. Arkansas slid up into that 3 seed, and Vanderbilt's at the 4. But you look into the second round teams that had one round buys. You got Texas A&M, Georgia, Tennessee, and Missouri. Tennessee, they can't get out of their own way sometimes. They give up buckets in bunches, but then the next day they score in bunches. They're the most lopsided team I've seen this year is Tennessee.
Right.
Georgia surprised me a lot. Texas A&M is Texas A&M. Mizzou, I am not concerned with. Who's going to get it out of them top 4? You got Alabama that can run anybody out of a gym, Brian. Alabama scored 100 points numerous times. They hung 98 last night, or last night, night before. They had 50 at halftime. I want to say they've scored 50 at halftime 13 times. That's that's offense. Do I know what?
Arkansas. I mean, I like Arkansas. They run them too.
No, I ain't mad at them. I ain't mad at Arkansas. But what are you going to do about them Gators, bro? You talk about Arkansas, and I talk about Alabama.
Right.
Them Gators, that's one of the tallest, one of the longest teams in the country. I mean, hell, they got one boy that's 7'80" on their team, man.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy.
If he makes it to the league, he will be the tallest player to make it to the league, beating Manute Bol. Manute Bol was 7'8". I think this cat's 7'9", 7'10". It's unreal to be that big. I mean, I was watching Wemby the other night, man. He makes moves and doesn't even have to jump. So that's what I see out of Florida is a lot of shot blocking, a lot of rebounding, one of the best rebounding teams in the country, and a lot of defense. And they always say defense wins championships. That's why I put Florida as one of my favorites, man, in the SEC.
Yeah.
Just can they score with Alabama? And you're concerned about Arkansas. I'm not too concerned about Vanderbilt. What do you feel about the Commodores?
I was just about to say that's your sneaky pick. You started 24-7, 11-7 in the conference, 13-3 at home, 8-4 on the road. So I mean, they can compete with any team there. I mean, we can look at their schedule, how they did compared to everybody else.
Yeah,
they beat it.
I don't go much below Vanderbilt in this. I mean, I think SEC is going to put a shitload of change in the tournament, though, because it's just going to be hard to keep Georgia out or
Dogs.
Tennessee, Texas A&M. They're iffy if you ask me. It used to be you need 20 wins to make the dance. It's a little different now. It's a little different now, and it all depends on the upsets in the tournaments. If say you get 3 upsets in the tournaments, that's 3 other teams that ain't making it.
Right.
Because they stole a spot. So I think we can go. Damn, I don't see 10 deep, man. That's what one of these sites I was on earlier, they estimate 10 deep. I estimate 8. 4,
Yeah.
6,
Yep.
8.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm at 8. I'm not doing 10. Nope. We'll see. We'll see if it goes to 10, but I like Florida, man. I think Florida's going to go strong into the NCAA tournament, and I think Florida's going to do some dancing in the NCAA tournament. Will they be the final ones dancing? I don't know.
It's a
I don't know,
possibility.
but it would be crazy to see a Arkansas, Alabama make that run and win this conference. If either one of them win this conference, it ain't going to make much difference with who comes out of it. Now,
Nope.
say Georgia or Georgia or Texas A&M win, then it makes difference. But I think the top 3 are going to be the winner, and I pick Florida, and I pick Georgia to make a little bit of noise in the quarterfinals. I think they'll make quarterfinals. Who do you got predicted
I
to win
like
it
Georgia as
and
my
might make some
upset.
noise?
I like make some noise. Always gonna be Florida's gonna make some noise. So I mean, we can be like, okay, Florida's gonna win because they're predicted to win. So we'll say Florida. But Arkansas is my sleeper, and like you said,
Okay.
Georgia, maybe Vandy, depending on who they open up with and who they play. So, but again, Florida's Florida. So you got to pick the Gators, playing great ball.
Yeah.
So,
No,
but
Vandy can get a good matchup. They can get a
yeah,
good matchup. It's either going to be Mississippi State, Auburn, or Tennessee. That is the 3 teams that are playing before them to
they
get to
play.
them.
Okay, okay.
So the only one I think might give them some shit is Auburn. Auburn they can score too, because Tennessee is just inconsistent in my book, man. Midnight Rider was talking about him the other day, man. He's like, do they even have an offense? I'm like, oh yeah, they had one last week. Their
Yeah,
offense
they're
comes
iffy.
out right, right. But then they'll score 38 points the next game. It's like, geez Christ, they just scored 89. So I really, really feel that they are inconsistent. Let me check comments here, bro.
Have we talked about Texas A&M? I mean, that's a sleeper.
Where
I mean, they
we
can
at?
play.
Yeah, I like A&M.
I'm not saying they're going to do
I
anything.
don't. Yeah, they got South Carolina, Oklahoma coming their way, and then for them to go anywhere, they got to get by the Arkansas squad. But no, A&M ain't on my radar. B. I
No, I'm
don't.
not saying they can do anything, but that's another team that you're talking about that can play. They got some players.
Right, got you. Oh, I didn't know I had that up still. Darn it. What we got? Mike Trail. What's Mike Trail talking about? Oh, Mike Trail. Mike Trail said, I said he could coach, not anything about how he treats his waitresses, laughing my ass off. I think he's talking about Patino. His guy Patino. And then Mike's talking about this one here. Florida's been playing lights out for the past 12 games. They play all phases of the game, Final 14 for sure. That's what I see, Mike. I really do. And their strengths, I think, are defense, man, and that's what wins. So I agree with you there on that one, Mike. How you feel about that one, Brian?
Yeah, yeah. Hell yeah. Lights out ball. I mean, who's hot right now? It's just like playing hockey, man. Your goalie's hot, you're going to win. So if your players are playing good ball, shooting ball, playing defense, we'll see what happens. I mean, that's why we watch the game, right? Is that why we watch the game?
That's it. That's it.
If we
No,
could,
we
if
were
we
talking
if we
about
could predict everything, we'd be rich. I'll be rich. You'd be
would
rich.
not, would not. Ching
So,
ching. And as we were talking about the rebounding earlier. Mike states the Gators are the top offensive rebounding team in the league, and you know what offensive rebounds bring? Offensive rebounds bring more points. That's why offensive rebounds are so freaking important. What you
yeah.
got? Disco going on at your house?
My light, yeah, yeah. It's my TV. It's my TV.
I thought somebody turned it on and
I
off.
got Kangaroo Katie's working over here, man.
Yes, sir. Oh Lord, I drove by there a few months ago. Not Katie's. I drove by. What's the joint called out there? Oh,
In Greenbelt,
Quarterfield Road. Quarterfield Road. What's that place up there?
Porterfield.
Ah,
That's in like Millersville,
yeah.
Severn,
Dang it.
Odenton.
Yeah, 175 Quarterfield Road, something like that. Is that bar up there? Not bar hop. What's it called? Ah, we're not talking about nightclubs.
Right. That's another conversation.
JC can always get on round. Yeah, Mike, just what I said, man. The second chance points are how you win the tournament on top of great defense. Exactly, 100%. And them second chance points, they can kill a team, kill
Yeah.
a team. So, yeah, Florida's somebody to be reckoned with this whole time. And you don't hear a lot of folks talking about it, talking about Arizona and Michigan and Duke, but you got to watch out for this Florida team. So, SEC is going to be something. See where I want to go now. Um, we were supposed to have our buddy Tracy Bergen on here.
Bergen.
Tracy Bergen, New Carrollton guy, DeMatha guy, played ball at Loyola, Maryland. Actually participated in the Field of 64 years back. We got to get him on the show and talk about what that first game was like for him back then, going to the NCAA March Madness Field of 64. I can't imagine how that had to feel. So we are going to cover the Patriot League in Tracy's honor. The Patriot League is where Loyola is now. I can't remember what league they used to be in.
They used to be in the
Currently,
Metro. They used to play in the MEAC with Lehigh and all them other
yeah,
guys. Yeah.
thank you, thank
And when
you.
Tracy played, it was the MEAC. Now they're in the Patriot.
So the Patriot League, you're looking at Navy as the number 1 seed, Lehigh a number 2, Colgate number 3, Boston U number 4, American from down the road
right.
here in DC at number 5, Loyola Maryland number 6, 7 is Lafayette, 8 Bucknell, 9 West Point, and 10 Holy Cross.
Right.
Brian, I've looked up this conference, and Navy's been dominating it.
Oh yeah,
This
definitely. I
one
mean, you can
here
look
is
at
Navy's. You can pull the key out. It's a lock. I take Navy in this, and I don't think anybody else is going to have anything to say. What do you think, though, about Lehigh possibly giving Navy some go?
Hey, Navy lost today. You know that, right?
No, I did not
They,
hear
lo-
that.
they lost to Boston U, 73-72.
Is that right?
Yeah. Yep.
And that's it. That's the second round of the tournament.
Yeah. They
No,
lost.
they lost the tournament. Damn, that's
They
right.
lost. They
Excuse
lost
me,
to Boston
everyone.
U.
I see this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Yeah.
again, any given Sunday, right? What's today? Sunday.
That's right.
Any given Sunday.
Damn.
Yeah. So
Wow. And I
I
called
mean,
that one a lock. Boy, I got kicked
right,
in the
right.
nuts
So like
on that
again,
one.
that's why you play the game. That's why you play the game. You know what I mean? Any team can show up. We always thought Navy
Yeah.
17-1 in division in the league, and the next thing they lose to Boston University.
Wow. Damn. Yeah, I didn't even see the date here. I thought they started playing them tonight and tomorrow, but wow. So news is Navy's not dancing.
No,
Navy is not dancing,
no,
bro,
no.
because they're not getting in there with another bid, bro. They're not. Not out of the
Right.
Patriot. So is it I don't know what the bracket looks like now. Do you have the bracket in front of you?
I'm trying to pull it up right now.
Because the semis are tonight, today.
Right. I don't know who the other two
And
teams are.
I would like to know who's in the semis then. So you say
Right.
Boston beat Navy. I'll put that down. We got to see who won the Colgate Loyola game.
All right.
And
Right
then,
now, Lehigh beat Colgate. So Lehigh won that game. So it's Lehigh versus
okay.
Boston.
Got it. No. Lehigh's got to play Colgate or Loyola. Or have these games already been played today? Who did Lehigh beat?
Lehigh beat Colgate.
Oh, thank you.
76-69.
Okay, so they are in the finals against Boston. Got you.
Colgate beat Loyola. Colgate beat Loyola 90-77 Thursday.
Got it now. I'm up to snuff. So this is going to be played tomorrow, I reckon. Yep. When is the championship? Tomorrow?
Yeah. Give me that.
Okay. Boston versus Lehigh.
Yep, for the championship.
Lehigh. Wow, let's see if Boston can stay hot then. Man, that'd be good for them if they could do it. Like I say, this conference is
And
Not
you know,
that
only
great.
one team out of that conference is going to the NCAA.
Yes,
So
sir.
that,
Yes, sir. Yes,
that
sir.
takes
No
care of
doubt.
it. Yeah. So
No doubt. Well, that's the Lehigh. I mean, that's the Patriot League as we see it. I was unfamiliar when some of the games were being played. I appreciate Brian getting it straight, and there's nobody jumping on here to tell me, Jack, you wrong. Jack, you wrong.
CAA up final. Towson 81, Charleston 56.
Wow, wow.
And I
Charleston was
saw
a high
Towson
seed.
play earlier this year in the little basketball tournament we had up there with Maryland, Loyola, Towson, and somebody else. I
Yeah.
thought Towson looked pretty good. So I mean, I thought, and they played mediocre all year. I was following because my son went to Towson. So, but to come out and
Hmm.
play Charleston, which is one of the favorites in that division, and beat them pretty bad. I mean, I'm about 25. That says a lot. Again, who gets hot? So
Yeah. Wow. I'm looking at that conference now, man. Towson was down there, 18 and 14, 9 and 9 in the conference. They had a sweet home record though of
yeah,
11 and 3. That's impressive, and they're on a winning streak right now too. So damn,
right.
yeah, that surprised me there. Go ahead, Towson. Keep bringing it. What was that? Tigers, right? Towson
Yeah,
Tigers.
yep, yep. And you got
So
Mammoth beat Drexel. So I don't know who else is in that division. I see Queens, New York beats Central Arkansas. Queens, there you go.
there's my Queens, boy. I'm telling you, I'm a
Oh
Queens fan.
shit! Hey, UNCW lost to Campbell, the one seed in that division where Towson's in, lost to Campbell, 85-70 today.
Jesus Christ, Campbell's
So the
16
one
and
and the two
17.
seed in the CAA are done. So that's
Done.
that. Towson could sneak in and get into the tournament.
They sure can. They sure can. Wow. Well, I'm gonna go back and say something you said, Brian. That's why they play these
That's why
games,
they play the
baby.
game, man. That's why they
Why they
play.
play the games, son. Oh,
Yeah,
son.
yeah, dog.
Um, we're getting ready to wrap up here soon. It's getting towards my time. I was looking at some things the other day, and I saw some transfers. You know, it's really common now to have a ton of transfers on your team, right? So I was looking at some of the key transfers that are running around right now. In the Big Ten, you got that boy Lindenborg with Michigan. He's a transfer from UAB. He entered the draft, but then he pulled out of the draft to come back to Michigan. So he's been a big transfer help over at Iowa. Bennett Sturts, he's a Drake transfer. He's averaging 20 points a game for Iowa. So that's a big transfer pickup for them. In the Big East, UConn, Silas Demary, he's a point guard. He's a Georgia transfer, complete player. He runs that offense for UConn. Uh, and then you got the Big Ten again in Nebraska. Price Sanford, he came out of Iowa. He's 18 points. That's a big transfer. And that boy at UConn, Damari, Silas Damari, he's a Defensive Player of the Year finalist. Wait till you see that boy's defense when you see UConn play. He's a hell of a defender. And then SEC, they got one of the Maryland boys over there at Tennessee, Jacoby Gillespie. He's a
Yeah,
Maryland
Gillespie.
and
Yep.
Belmont transfer. 18 points a game, 6 assists, 2 steals for the Tennessee team. But as I said, the Tennessee team is up and down, and Gillespie's game is hot and cold. So I think Gillespie's got some more eligibility. So maybe we'll see some more out of him next season. Uh, Miami's got a sweet transfer from Indiana, Malik Reneau, 20 points a game, 7 rebounds. He loves shooting the threes. He's been one of the keys to that Miami team and their offensive surges. So that's just some transfers I noticed that are really helping teams that are making moves in the top 25 and around the college world. So anything you want to touch base on before we wrap this up, B?
Nah, I just we were talking about transfer. I was riding home from the Maryland game today. I was talking to Ricky Peacock, and we're talking about this whole transfer about the NIL. You know what I mean? You throw that money out, a player will come. That's what happens in the college basketball, any college uh, football, basketball, even baseball. You know what I mean? It's crazy how they don't sit in the portal no more. They don't have to wait out a year. They get that money, they run. So it's kind of, you can build a team. You know what I mean? It all depends on how many donors you have on your university. So kind of disappointing to me to see this kind of thing going on. Back in the day when you had teams that are built, you sat on the bench for 2 years to get your time to go in as a junior or senior and play your game and excel, then go to the NBA. Now it's just about who can you draw in with money, and it's disappointing for me. You know what I mean? I
No,
don't
it
like it.
is. It used to be a how they used to call it an amateur sport. It used to be
Yeah,
an amateur sport. It's not. It's professional now. It's being ran professional. They need general managers to handle all these transactions. And I'm telling you, me and Midnight Rider had this chat months ago. Might even been last year. I can't wait to hear some of these young men getting in trouble with the IRS and whatnot. Are they being shown what to do properly with this money? Are they paying the right taxes? Yada, yada, yada with
right.
this money, Brian. So, it's only been a few years now, this big NIL money. Let's see what it looks like, say, come 2030.
Yeah,
Is anybody
yeah.
in trouble because they didn't, take care of their responsibilities with taxing the money or whatever else you do with the money, or just blowing the money? Look at how many athletes we got that made many millions to their career and they're broke. So the
Yep.
same thing can happen because you're giving this money to kids, Brian. Giving this money to kids.
That's just like you talk about Indiana football real quick. Who thought they would win a national championship? Indiana? Who? What? Hoosiers? Isn't that a basketball team? We followed them in basketball. But Mark Cuban comes along and throws $800 million to the university, and it's what happens. You know what I mean? So it's kind of disappointing for me. It's like this. So years ago, we won the gold medal for the hockey team back in the 80s. That was all amateurs. That's all amateurs playing against Russians who were professional hockey players. Now, since now all professionals play in the hockey on Olympics, it's not the same. Yeah, we won it, but it's still not the same. It's a bunch of professionals, so it takes the whole glory out of me watching something like that. It's it's all about money. It's disappointing.
I see. No, and it's a topic we can definitely put a pin in and catch up to it another day, man. We can make a whole show about NIL and how disappointed it makes college sports to us. But we're gonna wrap with that, and look for us again next week. We will iron down our start time, and we will make an announcement midweek. Thank everybody for tuning in. Jesus.
I appreciate it, man. I had a good time.
I gotta get to. Oh no, I don't. I already got the comments. Yeah, it's going to be even better next week because we're going to come on next week after Selection Sunday. Okay.
Right.
So we're going to know the ones, the twos, the threes, the fours. We're going to know the 18s. We're going to know the play-ins. We're going to know everybody, and then the real madness.
The real basketball starts. Yep.
I get excited once the conference stuff starts. When the last Duke Carolina game is played, that's when March Madness starts for me.
That's when we know. We know. Yep.
So I'm ready to go. So for my guy Brian Tuning, I'm your guy, the Gentleman Jack. We're gonna tune out. Check us out again next week.
We are out.
Same time.
Yeah.